Well, first, I do have to start off with saying how shocked and amazed I am from Nassourdine's performance against Israel Adesanya. Him just being able to walk through Israel Adesanya relatively fast, like the way he did, with pretty much effortlessly. He was taking the leg kicks, the teeps, and just making his reads. And it looks like his camp was definitely preparing for Izzy's, switch stance. And, the way he frames out to, keep himself safe when you pressure him. And they timed that perfectly where he was able to pretty much use his jab hand to push down Izzy's, guard or one of the arms he was framing out with to land a picture-perfect overhand right on the jaw. So let me know down below in the comments what you guys thought about the main event. Even the boxing main event for you boxing fans. I did watch the Benavidez fight. It was fantastic. One of the greatest fights I've seen in a long time in boxing. And just the overall card, let me know what you guys think. MVP, showed out. He said he's going to be at 170 for the most part, but he may be open to coming back to 185. So we just got to see. It looks like he's looking to have some fun fights. So the real question is, can Nassourdine become a champion in the middleweight division as of right now? That I'm not too sure of. We have seen him against a pretty dangerous grappler in the likes of Brendan Allen. I believe that was a 3-round fight. And, he did get a bit tired. And the grappling pace got to him. But he showed great defense. Great anti-wrestling. But it definitely weakened his defense. Brendan Allen was having some success on the feet. Probably because of the takedown threat. And, just putting a pace on Nassourdine. So the guys he would most likely have to get through is like Sean Strickland, Dricus du Plessis, and Khamzat Chimaev. Those are people I'm not sure he can just get by. Because those two could put grappling pace on him, DDP and Khamzat Chimaev, and possibly, just submit him very easily. But so far he showed great takedown defense, so not too sure if it'll be that simple. But definitely putting on a grappling pace on him, gassing him out, making him tired. That's definitely a path to victory for those two matchups. Sean Strickland's already beaten him. To be fair, it was a late replacement. I forget, one of Nassourdine's opponents pulled out, and Sean Strickland was there to pretty much save the card, save the event, and it was a decision victory. But yeah, it was a beautiful card. We got UFC 312 coming up this week for the middleweight title. Strickland versus du Plessis 2. So that's going to be an entertaining brawl. Zhang Weili's on the card too. One of the most dominant women champion we've seen for a while. So that's going to be a great card to check out for sure. And if you guys didn't know, Ilia Toporia's brother that fights at bantamweight will be making his UFC debut either on the prelims or the early prelims, towards the end of it. So that's definitely a person to watch out for. But when using Nassourdine on and off in the game, you want to be using a lot of his, his jabs, his straights. He has laser focus. He has really fast body kicks, really good teeps. But for the most part, you're going to get a lot of damage mixing in the clinch because he has really high clinch striking. The move levels for his clinch head knees and body knees are pretty high, so you definitely want to blend in that clinch. As we do right there, you get a good amount of damage. We're still exchanging with him. Yeah, let's do that wild style. I ain't gonna lie, it caught me off guard a lot. But we're just taking our time, making our reads, punishing the body. Clinching up, just stifling his offense a bit. Get him against the fence. Overall, just trying to work his cardio. He keeps throwing those, so now we caught on to some of the combos he's throwing. Rock him with a nice head kick, get him against the fence. And that's all she wrote. But yeah, this was a beautiful card still. Let me know what you guys think about that boxing fight too, because, wow, I wish Benavidez was in the game, undisputed. I would have definitely did a video on him. That's a fighter I would have probably definitely bought. You know, he's a combo puncher, pressure fighter, so I'm pretty sure it'll be somebody really fun to use in undisputed when it's fixed up, of course. You know, in its current state, probably not. You know, combination punching is not really fun because of hit detection, but I haven't given up on it. You know, I might do content on it here and there, but until that update comes out, it's not going to be consistent. For the most part, he feels real crispy in this game, you know. From those 1-2s, his body kicks, his teeps, you know, the nasty damage he's able to get in the clinch. But for the most part, since the middleweight division is cluttered, he will probably have to face one more opponent. A lot of people are saying he should face the undefeated Kyle Barrio coming from the Fighting Nerds gym. You know, guys like Carlos Prates. I forget the guy's name at, I believe it's featherweight. They also have a female fighter as well that joined their gym to improve her game. And I think ever since she's been with them, she's been undefeated. So that'll be an interesting matchup. You know, Nassourdine didn't really take much damage at all. And you gotta remember, the outcome of this fight, Khamzat Chimaev is guaranteed a title shot. You know, I believe him coming out of here, like coming out in Saudi Arabia and just starching Izzy like the way he did, I think that's enough to stamp him for a title shot. I think he has more of a case for a title shot now than Khamzat Chimaev. You know, yeah, he did Whitaker like that. That's a fantastic win, of course. But, you know, he just has a better resume of more, you know, top middleweights compared to Khamzat Chimaev. So, you know, I wouldn't be mad at either one facing Dricus if he's able to beat Sean Strickland this Saturday at UFC 312. But we don't know. So, that is MMA. You know, the bigger fan base is probably going to go to Khamzat. So, the people are probably going to want him to fight for that title more than Nassourdine. So, it's usually what the people want. And, yeah. Because they'll definitely probably try to do that and maybe make like a whole UFC Saudi Arabia pay-per-view, which is very smart to do to appeal to that crowd, you know, that support Khamzat. And I believe he lives out there now. I'm not too sure if he moved out to Saudi Arabia. I remember him saying something along those lines, or maybe he trains there. But still smart move, you know, just to gain more fans overall in your sport and gain more revenue and just become a bigger company, you know, when you're competing with other sports like the NBA, NFL, they're ever growing every day. And you always have these MMA promotions trying to compete with you, so always staying at the top, trying to find new sources of fans is definitely a great way to always stay on top. Yeah, it's pretty cool. They even added Izzy's trunks. This is from when he fought Dricus du Plessis, not recently. He did wear these when he fought Dricus du Plessis. I think that was at UFC 305. Look at that. Just taking our time. We've done a lot of damage already to his body. So, you know, that's why his stamina's a bit lower. We're just trying to go for his finish for the most part. You know, this dude has a very weird, awkward style, but you know, it was catching me off guard a bit in the first round, but I started playing the stamina game, noticing, you know, I had the stamina lead, just taking my time trying to pick the shots to the body better and focusing on making him miss. You know, I was in a party with some friends, so this guy's style kind of caught me off guard in the first round. So, you know, I'm not invincible. You know, sometimes I autopilot just like you guys may do, and I put myself in bad spots, but you know, I recovered that mentality and, you know, just started picking my shots better, making better reads, all that stuff. We're going to try to clinch him right here. We land one knee to the body. Try to go for elbow, but we do get rocked. Does go for a head kick. We do duck it and counter him viciously. Just trying to take our time, and we found the finish right then and there. But yeah, it was fun watching, you know, a really good UFC card, and then a great boxing main event at the end of the night. You know, as a combat sports fan, that was a beautiful night for me. So let me know what you guys think down below about UFC fighting in Saudi Arabia and Benavidez versus Morrell. You know, love hearing different perspectives and what you guys think and what's next for all these fighters. And that'll be it for today.